Chris and Dan are joining us on the beat as we talk about Carson Palmer and the Arizona Cardinals. Last year, 6-0 as a starter for this team, which I guess is a best of the times, worst of the times kind of scenario, 6-0, but he only played in those 6 games. Meanwhile, he says he is ready, he's excited, and he is 100%, and he's cleared for the season.
Greek tragedy last year. The Cardinals were cruising towards the NFC West title and seemed like a real Super Bowl contender. Carson Palmer blows out his knee. The backups fall apart, so now you have to see if Carson Palmer can come back from a second ACL. Now he's moving well, says he's 100%. Wes, I don't know what you think, but I think this is a guy who could come back and be strong again this year.
I do, and I think it's hard to overstate how important he's been to the Cardinals since he mastered Bruce Arians' offense about midway through 2013, turned his career around, and the Cardinals have gone 13-2 in 15 starts since then. Under Palmer, but only 5-5 when his backups are in there. They're one of the best teams in the NFL when he's healthy, and they're a very mediocre team when he's not.
Well, Bruce Arians certainly held this team together with duct tape with all the injuries last year, but when you look at a running game that was 31st in the league overall, decent when Palmer was quarterbacking, not so much when he was gone, there's not a lot more you can do with duct tape.
No, and I thought maybe they should have made a bigger priority to bring another back in there in the offseason. It's a situation that bears watching because as much as we like Palmer and as good as he looks, he is 35. He's not going to be moving quicker this year after what happened last year. You need a balanced offense. So I don't know if they have the pieces in the backfield right now to consistently move the ball.
They love Andre Ellington, who's a smaller back and cannot hold up to a big workload. It's great that he's healthier this year, but how long will he stay healthy throughout the season? They drafted a guy named David Johnson, who's just a bigger version of Ellington. He's more of an outside runner and pass catcher. They still don't have that big back between the tackles, which would really help them a lot.
Do you see Mike Iupati coming over from San Francisco affecting the running game a lot?
I think he's one of the best run-blocking guards in the NFL. That should help a lot. He's a mauler. They have a much better offensive line than they had 2 years ago.
Okay, at the end of the day, like I said last year, was a best of times, worst of times scenario. You really want to see this team take a step forward. Can they take a big enough step forward to compete for the NFC West title? You've got a San Francisco team still in turmoil, a St. Louis team with so many question marks, Seattle coming off a Super Bowl loss.
I think Seattle's not going to stay unbelievable forever, but I still see them as the heavy favorite in the NFC West. But that doesn't mean that Arizona can't approach what they did last year. They can win 11 games, I think. I think this team is built to be a double-digit win team. And you don't know if Seattle comes down a little bit. Maybe they steal the NFC West title, get a home game, and you don't know what happens next.
I think Seattle has earned the right to be considered the favorite by now.
Oh, yeah.
Until someone knocks them off, you have to give them that respect. But the Cardinals, I still think, are a playoff team. If Palmer's healthy, they might be the third best team in the NFC behind Seattle and Green Bay.
All right, should be an interesting offseason as we get ready for 2015, taking a look at the Arizona Cardinals. Meanwhile, a handful of mini camps around the league have kicked off, and Chris right here has you covered. You can check out his 12 Things to Know from Tuesday's mini camps. Find it up right now at NFL.com.